Hey everyone, this is Sean from Teaching Python. Today I wanted to talk to you about modularity, right? And we think about modularity in AI maybe a little bit differently than we think about it in functions. There are many ways to modularize your code in Python. We think about functions, we think about libraries, we think about using things like decorators to do metaprogramming so that we can simplify and further abstract what we're doing. But when it comes to AI, how do we think about modularity, right? And for me, what I found is that it works a lot like working with your students, especially in terms of the engineering process, where you want to break down and decompose problems into smaller and more comprehensible steps. So for an AI, when you're thinking about how to get it to do something that you want, something that may be complicated or have a lot of different aspects to it, one of the things you can do is use that computational thinking approach of decomposing the problem into multiple smaller parts. And you can even ask the AI as part of the prompt to further decompose it beyond what you're able to do yourself. And this process, working with your students and teaching them how to do this, is incredibly valuable because it gives them that instant feedback. Did I break it down far enough? Was it easy to understand? You can even ask the model to be skeptical or to question or to try to, find fault in the way that you're breaking down the problem or suggest alternatives. So for students, this process of looking at a problem, especially one that's complex or maybe hard to define, and using the AI, that large language model, as a way to quickly and iteratively break down the problem into smaller parts and do that effectively is a great way of exposing that thinking process and that decomposition process to your students. In fact, you can make exercises that are based just on this. Give them a prompt or give them a problem to solve that is complex and has a lot of different parts, and ask them to decompose it using the AI as an assistant to help them break it down further, right? And this is where you can create that sort of learning environment, create that sort of highly iterative and fast process that AI and large language models are so good at as a way to enhance the teaching. If you were to do this with students, they may not have the level of expertise or the capability to break down the problem yet, but if you teach it to them as an exercise, and then your evaluation of their learning and their grasp is asking them questions about how the process went, what kinds of steps did it break it down to? Was it too few? Was it too many? Did it make it easier to solve the problem, right? And so these sorts of training tasks that you can do that train the student, not the model, in this process of breaking down and decomposing their thinking, right, is very, very valuable. And it's something we really haven't been able to do in a classroom at scale before, but thanks to AI, we can. So give it a try. Maybe there's some lessons you can work through. Maybe there's some ideas you can do. You could even take something like the classic making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and have them teach the AI model to do this and decompose those down into steps and see who can come up with the best solution to the problem. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes in the comments. For Teaching Python, this is Sean signing off.